Roberts, the Saint Goddess, and here at Spine Shine Goddess, we are encouraging Black women to live, stand, and speak their organic truth. 5 reasons not to leave America. If you are contemplating leaving America to live abroad, if you fall in any of these top 5 reasons, I want you to stop, think, reset. Here's my disclaimer. I don't know who you are exactly. So if this resonates with you in your spirit and it speaks to you, it's for you. It's not by accident to prove anything to anybody. You're not leaving to prove anything to anybody, that you can do it, that you can afford it, that you're ready. If you're deciding to leave, it is totally because you have decided to leave. You want to explore. You want to see something else. It has nothing to do with proving to anybody else that you can do it. Now, if you want to prove it to yourself, okay. Prove it to yourself. You want to see if you can actually step outside your comfort zone and do something that you've been thinking about or dreaming about? Of course. If you want to compete or compare yourself to your yesterday self or your last year self, by all means, goddess. But if it's to prove something to someone else, to find yourself. You're not leaving America to find yourself. You are who you are. Now, enhance yourself, discover something that may add to who you are, stretching yourself, but to find yourself, there is a book. Wherever you go, there you are. Wherever you go, there you are. So you're taking yourself to the place. You're not going to that place to find who you are. There's some things that will help you to dig deeper into discovering something about yourself, maybe a different piece or connection that helps you to further understand who you are. Not finding yourself. The core of who you are, it's on that plane with you. When you get there, it's coming with you. It's there. So once you get there, to discover and find, enhance. Dig deeper into who you are. Already know the core of who you are. That's vital. Because going someplace else to find yourself, your boundaries, you're leaving yourself somewhat open to perhaps not taking advantage of who you know yourself to already be, which might land in places that even though now you're somewhere else, you're doing something that's not even good for you, simply because you were too open. You brought, I'm just open to whoever and whatever. I just want to find myself. No, go with who you are and let whatever experiences and people you meet and adventure, it enhances who you already are or helps you to dig deeper. To find a partner. Y'all, I cannot express the irritation I feel when people think You are traveling abroad because you've met somebody. They think you are leaving because you've met somebody. At 54, all I can say is hell to the no. I am not so naive at 54 to believe that miraculously, I'm going to discover the magic man that didn't exist in America, because for the most part, relationships are pretty much what they are. We're not traveling to find the magic man. If you happen to find him and find love and do the whole Stella gotta groove back, hey, you do that. But we're not traveling for the purpose. We're not leaving. That's not our reason, because we're leaving to find a man. There are men all over who do the same thing that I'm sure the brothers here in the States are doing. Now, will there be cultural differences, and will there be some things that you like or that they do that might be different, but pretty much still the same. Didn't want to get into the whole relationship thing and differences because it would appear as if I'm comparing. And I don't like competitions among Black people, especially when it comes to relationships, comparing this person, oh, this brother's better. That divides us. We know that there are cultural differences. I think we have to work more at understanding who we are collectively, even though we're spread across the globe, than picking certain things that set us apart. That's why I don't do that. Now, will you find differences? Cultural differences? Yeah. If I give you an example, and again, I can't speak for all of the men in Belize because I don't know all of the men in Belize. I have not dealt with all the men in the States, so I can't speak to that. I can only speak to my small experience when it comes to comparing a brother in the States versus a brother in Belize. I'm using Belize because that's the only country I've lived in outside of the States for an extended period of time where I feel like, okay, my observation is solid enough where I can offer something. Here's what I would say. Yes, I feel less inclined to prove my softness or my femininity. I feel that it's just a natural vibe or energy that enables me or affords me the freedom and the encouragement to let go and live in my femininity because I feel protected. I feel safe. And I'm using those terms because they're familiar, soft and hard, and whatever that means, femininity and masculinity. I'm using them loosely just so that you understand. I don't totally agree with them, but I'm using that language for the reason of communicating with you in terms of what I see as the differences. Because culturally, men and women appear to have the roles more defined as far as femininity and masculinity and family and the roles of men and women. When I travel to Belize, I feel more inclined to soften, to not feel like I have to do everything. A brother, whether I know them or not, is volunteering to do those things, or the energy of that particular place is that of women do this and men do this. And you don't have to do that, sis. We got you. There is a climate of protecting women and seeing us as not a threat. So that's all I'm going to say on the relationship. Don't leave for the reason of finding a partner. Don't leave America to escape racism, colorism, or white supremacy. The world was colonized and is the world. It is expressed differently. It comes in a different form. It may not be as evident, but it's there. So to leave America thinking that you won't see those things, you're gonna be disappointed. Now, you probably can see less and deal with less of it because you're in a, depending on where you are. I, again, am only using Belize. It may not be as pronounced. And keep in mind, when people are traveling to warmer climates and tropical places in the Caribbean, those are good vibes, right? You're chill. You're in a state of happy. You're in a state of live and let live. So it's not as pronounced. The language, the history, the relationships, yeah, there are variations, but the core of it, the historical core and nature of it is the same. So don't leave America for the reason of escaping colorism, racism, and white supremacy. Don't leave for the reason of escaping or ending a romantic relationship. Don't leave to end a romantic relationship. There's a honeymoon phase to that. A honeymoon phase. Just like there's a honeymoon phase when you meet someone. The reality then sets in because you're leaving, you didn't bring closure. That's if you didn't bring closure. Maybe I should add that piece. If you didn't bring closure, don't leave to end and let that be your closure. So the ending of the breakup, you're traveling abroad and leaving America, shouldn't be centered around the fact that you ended the relationship. So be sure that you've created a gap, some space. You have brought closure. Your going abroad is not based on a breakup. It's not to prove to anybody that you're over them. That's not why. Your leaving has nothing to do, going full circle back to number one, proving anything to anybody. So no, do not leave because, oh, this is my way of breaking up with this person, getting away from this person. I'm doing something, like we use social media oftentimes. Oh, I cut my hair. It's not a cut your hair moment to prove to go abroad. No. Those are my top 5 reasons for not leaving America to live abroad. To prove anything to anyone, to find yourself, to find a partner, to escape racism, colorism, or white supremacy, and to end a romantic relationship. We'll be talking about Cleopatra next video. I sort of want to wait until after viewing the May 10th Netflix movie, and then I'll have some commentary on that. Maybe even consider doing a watch party. How about that? A watch party for March 10th. I'll figure out how that works. So let's look forward to a watch party of Cleopatra on May 10th if I figure out how it goes, how to work that. I'll make an announcement on our community page. But until then, remember, be peace. But if you have to be war, you be that too. Thanks for joining me, y'all. Peace.